Hey everyone, it's me, Hallease, endeavoring to persevere as always, back with another Monday motivation video. For those of y'all who don't know, these are my private weekly videos that go on my Patreon, patreon.com/Hallease. It's a way for you to get weekly updates from me consistently about what I'm doing, not only as a creative, but personally what I'm trying to go through, and then also how I'm running the production company. So if you have questions, things like that, if you're in a creative field and trying to learn how to balance personal and your professional life, all of that kind of stuff, I do these videos for y'all. So if you're interested, head over to patreon.com/Hallease to check it out. But yeah, let's get into this Monday motivation. So as the title probably insinuates, this is gonna be a video about me getting back on birth control. Something that I have been working through and realizing for the past couple of weeks? No, for the past couple of months is one, my cycle length kept getting longer and longer and longer. At this point, it's been like 35 days. And I haven't had a cycle yet, which is really weird for me. That's weird for me. And it's consistently getting longer and longer each cycle. Something else that I also started noticing is that my mood is all over the place. And looking back on some of the vlogs and sort of documentary storytelling that I've been doing here on this channel, which is another reason why I really, why the channel really is sort of, for me, therapy, art, reflection, and then also on the professional side, yes, an ever-evolving reel of my work. But on the personal side, it really just, I do the vlogs to help me capture and see what I'm going through and process what I'm going through. And so I look back on the most recent vlogumentary I did, which was about me, how it feels to leave your 20s. I'm in my late 20s, I'm 28, and yeah, over the past couple years, I've noticed that my body has shifted quite a bit physically, and then also emotionally. I've been a little weird lately, not gonna lie. So much so that I finally did go back to my OB and kind of have a very candid conversation about everything that's been going on. And yeah, I'm gonna get back on birth control. We're gonna see how this goes. I've been off it, as y'all know, I've been off it for, well, if you've been with me for a while, then you know. I've been off birth control for, oh my gosh. Hey, love. How long have I been off birth control?
At least since we left Austin, that was at least 2 years ago.
Well, that was 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I've been off birth control for a minute. It's at least 4 years, for sure.
4 or 5 years.
Yeah, it's at least 4 years, maybe 5, since I haven't been on birth control. So I'm just off, fam. Emotionally, I'm all over the place. And it was starting to definitely inhibit my work a little bit. Couldn't concentrate on meetings. I had to take just epically long breaks, and things like that. So, and then also if you've been on the Patreon, then you know that I'm working through some mental health stuff and trying to figure that stuff out too. All of that to say, I think the biggest thing that I wanted to talk about, or make sure that people with periods, for those of y'all who may be watching, there's no right or wrong way to be. I want to make sure that is just said, because I think, I don't know, I know that I see in this internet space that, which is really exciting, people with periods are starting to take ownership and take control of that as much as they possibly can. People are starting to learn about all the different options that are available to them contraceptively, whether it be more organic, or I guess what would the word be? Natural. People are starting to take more advantage of that stuff and starting to explore that stuff more. And that's really cool. And as y'all know, based on my own history, that is what I was doing. But now things have changed. I am in a new reality, and I can tell that I'm a little off and things are weird. So I'm adjusting. and getting on to something that's more medicated. And that's okay. So I don't know. I guess I just wanted to make this to let y'all know that that's okay. If you always saw yourself as someone who was as natural as possible and this and that and the third, and getting on something is just like, what? No, that's not who I am. It can be who you are. So yeah, as I get into my 30s, that's something that I'm currently working through, is getting back on birth control and seeing if that will help with some of the hormone imbalance that I'm going through into this new age of my existence on this beautiful planet. On the business side of things, everything's going good, you know, still working on the show. The DNA episode just went out, so if you haven't checked that one out, please do. It features another PBS DS channel, so that's really cool. And just so y'all know, the rest of the season is interesting. It's an interesting rest of the season, just saying. Check it out. Say it loud, PBS. Subscribe, please. Like, seriously, that'll help me out. So subscribe to that channel. Again, these are my Monday motivation videos. They're my way to sort of more directly and more informally keep in touch with all of you. If you enjoy just hearing about the creative process, hearing about my life and how I'm working through things in a more authentic, just straight way. I try to edit these as little as possible. Then yeah, head over to my Patreon, patreon.com/Hallease, and I'll definitely be making some more content around women's health stuff, because over the last few months I've had some pretty interesting things happen to me on the women's health front that have prompted me to learn more about myself. Again, very fascinating. So like cysts, I want to do a whole thing on cysts. Like, yeah, that'd be fun, because I got some stuff to talk about with cysts. Anyway, for those of y'all who are not on Patreon, I'll see you when I see you. And those of y'all who are on Patreon, I'll see you next Monday.